There's a level of financial discipline that makes people look at you with fear. And today, you'll discover exactly how to get there. Have you ever seen that person who never breaks their budget? Who saves 30% of every paycheck like clockwork, month after month, year after year? While everyone else caves by the third month, they keep going. While everyone else makes excuses about inflation or unexpected expenses, they show up and save anyway. And you know what people say about them? Man, that's not normal. That's extreme. There's an ancient system created by Japanese merchants in the 16th century that produces exactly this kind of frightening financial consistency. They call it Gyoji, the practice that perpetuates itself. And once you understand how it works, you'll never break a financial goal again. But there's a catch. This system isn't for everyone. It requires you to kill a part of yourself you never knew existed. The part that negotiates. The part that makes exceptions. The part that says just this once. That part has to die. Before I show you how it works, comment on the financial habit you most want to create in your life. Saving consistently? Investing every month? Eliminating debt? Tell me in the comments. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Awakening. The story I'm about to tell you happened to a software engineer named Marcus. Smart guy. Successful career. $150,000 a year. But he had one problem. He couldn't stick to any financial habit for more than 2 months. Budgeting? He'd track expenses for 6 weeks, then stop. Investing? He'd set up automatic transfers, then cancel them after 3 months. That payoff? He'd make aggressive payments for a while, then slip back into minimum payments. The pattern was always the same. Monday, total motivation. He would say, "This month I'm saving 25%. Wednesday, first mental negotiation. He would then say, maybe 20% is more realistic. Friday, complete surrender. He would say, I'll start fresh next month. Sunday, promises about next month. Marcus tried everything. Budget apps, accountability partners, financial courses. Nothing worked because he was fighting something he couldn't even imagine, the very architecture of his brain. Until the day he discovered why Japanese merchants in the Edo period could maintain perfect financial discipline for 40 years straight without missing a single month. And no, it's not willpower. It's something much deeper and much more frightening. Chapter 2. The Secret of the Merchants. In the merchant houses of 16th century Japan, there was a practice that seemed simple but changed everything. Gozi. Continuous practice without gaps. Without gaps. Do you understand what that means? It means that in the house of Mitsui, one of the most powerful merchant families in Japan, every single month for 300 years, they recorded every transaction, every coin earned, every coin spent, every single month, no exceptions. You want to know what never happened in that house? No merchant ever thought, this month I'll skip the ledger. The question simply didn't exist in their minds. Why? Because they understood something you don't yet. Your brain categorizes every financial commitment into 2 boxes: reversible or irreversible. Reversible commitments become mental negotiations. Should I save this month or treat myself? Irreversible commitments simply happen. I am someone who saves 30% every month. No negotiation. When a merchant apprentice took his vows in front of the family, he wasn't making a promise. He was changing his identity. He wasn't promising to try to save money. He was declaring himself a wealth builder. The family witnessed it. The identity changed. The negotiation ended. A neuroscientist at Stanford University, who has been studying financial behavior for 15 years, discovered something revolutionary. When you make a financial commitment public, your primitive brain interprets failure as a survival threat. Our ancestors who lost status in the tribe died. Your brain still works that way. That's exactly what Marcus did. He stopped making private promises and started making public declarations. He wrote on paper, I am a person who saves 30% of every paycheck, invests $500 on the first of every month, and tracks every expense. For 90 consecutive days, he signed it. He posted it on social media. He told everyone, his girlfriend, his coworkers, his family. His girlfriend said, "You're being too dramatic about money." His coworkers said, "Man, you're trying too hard. Just enjoy life." Perfect. Every person he knew became fuel. Every time he wanted to give up, he thought about having to look everyone in the face and admit he was just another guy who couldn't deliver on his promises. Day 3 brought the first real test. Payday arrived. His paycheck hit his account. Immediately, his mind began its usual routine. You've had a hard week. You deserve something nice. One splurge won't make a difference. But something fundamental had changed. The thought of posting online that he'd failed after 3 days was unbearable. Having to look his girlfriend in the face and admit he'd given up again. The public declaration had made giving up more painful than continuing. But here the real problem began. Chapter 3. The Internal War. Even with all this social pressure, Marcus was still waging war every single day. His brain didn't care about his reputation. It wanted dopamine from spending. It wanted relief from the discomfort of discipline. The public declaration ended the mental negotiation, but he still fought biology every time he saw something he wanted to buy. That's when he discovered the merchant's second principle, non-negotiable numbers. Every month, you waste mental energy on the same stupid question. How much should I save this month? Should I invest 400 or 600? What if an emergency comes up? This decision burns glucose in your brain that should be used for actual wealth building. You're wasting your fuel deciding how much to drive instead of actually driving. Marcus chose his numbers. 30% savings rate. $500 investing. Every month. No exceptions. Not because these were the optimal numbers. He chose them because they were fixed. Eliminating every possible reason to negotiate. The numbers weren't about perfection. They were about elimination. Eliminating every variable that his brain could use to argue. The first month was hell. His body fought against it. Every time he saw something he wanted, his brain screamed, "You're depriving yourself. This isn't healthy. You're young. Live a little. That's normal." Your brain is a machine that works with patterns, and you're forcing it to build a new pattern. It resists. In the second month, something changed. He started automatically calculating 30% before he even looked at his paycheck. His brain had begun preparing for what now awaited it. On month 3, the money was transferred before he even consciously thought about it. No thought, no decision, just movement. Here's what most people don't understand about fixed numbers. It's not about finding the perfect amount. It's about removing the number as a variable. When you save different amounts every month, you're asking your brain to make a new decision every time. When the number is fixed, your brain can't argue with a constant. But Marcus discovered a new problem. His numbers were fixed, but he kept changing what he did with them. Some months, he put savings in a high-yield account. Other months, stocks. Sometimes crypto. His brain had found a new negotiating point. Instead of arguing about how much, he started arguing about where. The fixed numbers had solved half the equation, but his mind was still finding loopholes to negotiate. He'd eliminated the how much, but not the where. And this is where Gyoji becomes controversial. Because it requires you to do exactly the same thing every single month until your mind completely surrenders. Chapter 4. The One Way. You think variety keeps things interesting, but variety is actually where financial discipline dies. Every time you change your strategy, your brain has to make micro decisions. Should I invest in index funds or individual stocks this month? Should I pay extra on debt or build savings? Which account should I prioritize? Every small decision is a crack where your old patterns leak back in. Marcus completely locked everything down. 30% of paycheck. automatically split. 15% to high-yield savings. 15% to index funds. Same day every month. Same accounts. Same allocation. His personal financial Gyoji period. 90 days of identical practice. His friends called him robotic. His girlfriend said he was getting annoying about money. They didn't understand that annoying was exactly the point. Third month, his mind went to war. Every time he researched investments, it screamed for variety. This is stupid. Markets change. You need to be flexible. What if there's a better opportunity? Fourth month, something broke. Not his discipline, his resistance. The voice of negotiation grew quieter. By month 6, the transfers were happening automatically, and he barely noticed. The practice was taking care of itself. This is what people don't understand about financial consistency. It's not about willpower lasting forever. It's about repetition until willpower is no longer needed. Your brain learns the sequence like a machine learns an algorithm. A researcher at MIT who has studied habit formation for 12 years explains, when you repeat a financial behavior in the same context for approximately 66 days, the basal ganglia of the brain take over. The behavior becomes automatic. You are no longer deciding to save. You are simply saving. Month 8, Marcus lost his job. Month 9, his car needed repairs. This is where the old pattern kicks in. Crisis? Exception? Emergency? Pause the plan. This is where you gave up before. Where everyone gives up. Because perfect practice requires perfect conditions. And perfect conditions do not exist. But the merchant families understood something about gaps that changes everything. They wrote that financial practice must continue without even a moment of gap. Because in that gap, all your old spending patterns return. What saved Marcus when everything went wrong was understanding that practice doesn't require perfection. It requires continuity. Chapter 5. Practice without gap. The all-or-nothing lie has killed more financial discipline than laziness ever could. You tell yourself, if I can't save 30% this month, why save anything? If I can't invest $500, I'll wait until next month. This thinking creates gaps. And gaps are where your broke self crawls back in. Look at any wealthy person, and you'll see something people misinterpret. They have down years, but those down years are still progress. They're still saving, still investing, still building. Never because things are perfect. Always because discipline is permanent. A down year allows them to buy assets cheaper. This is still movement toward wealth. But when you skip because times are tough, that's not adaptation. It's retreat. A river never stops flowing. During a drought, it may be a trickle, but it never stops. The moment it stops, it's no longer a river. It's a memory of where water used to be. Your financial practice is the same. The moment you create a gap, you're no longer a wealth builder. You're someone who used to save money. Job loss arrived on month 8. Marcus didn't have his full paycheck, but he still had unemployment benefits. He saved 30% of that, $150 instead of $800. Not perfect, but continuous. He meditated on the Gyoji principle. The practice continues, always. The amount is less important than the continuity. Car repair on month 9, $2,000. He didn't stop investing. He invested $100 instead of $500 that month. Nothing was perfect. Everything maintained momentum toward the same goal he declared 90 days ago. This is Gyoji, practice continuing itself. That's when people started to notice. Coworkers at his new job said he seemed different. You're so disciplined about money. How do you do it? Friends said he was becoming obsessive. You save even when you don't have much? That's extreme. Someone actually said his discipline wasn't healthy. That normal people don't act like that. When you hear these words, you know you're on the right track. Normal people get normal financial results. Paycheck to paycheck. debt, anxiety. You're not trying to be normal. You're trying to be unbreakable. Chapter 6. Pre-Solutions. But here's what no one prepares you for. The unexpected financial obstacles you never saw coming. Your child needs braces. Your company cuts bonuses. Your insurance premium doubles. These are discipline killers because you haven't pre-decided how to handle them. Every time an unexpected expense appears, you have to make a decision under stress. And that decision, in that moment of chaos, is where you'll choose the path of least resistance every time. The obstacle wins because you're fighting a battle you didn't prepare for. Japanese merchant houses operated for centuries without missing monthly savings. Wars, famines, market crashes. The practice continued. How? They don't make decisions when obstacles arise. The answer already exists. When revenue drops, they reduce everything proportionally. When expenses spike, they have emergency protocols. There is no meeting, no discussion, no negotiation. The month ends. The savings happen. Automatic. Marcus wrote down every financial obstacle that had ever broken his consistency and pre-solved each one. Job loss? Save 30% of unemployment or side income. No exception. Emergency expense? Reduce investment to $100 that month, but never to zero. Bonus or windfall? Save 50% before even considering spending. Market crash? Keep investing. Same amount, same day. No timing attempts. Each scenario had its predetermined response. When X happens, I do Y, no thinking, no negotiating. Just execution. The power of this isn't just maintaining the sequence. It's that you stop wasting mental energy on decisions. Your brain knows that no matter what happens next month, the practice continues. This certainty changes your entire nervous system. A behavioral economist at Yale, who has been studying decision-making for 20 years, found that when you pre-decide your financial actions, you remove decision fatigue from the critical moment. Your prefrontal cortex, responsible for willpower, remains intact to execute rather than decide. Month 12. Marcus completed his personal financial Gyoji, 1 full year of uninterrupted practice. Every month, every paycheck, every transfer. But something deeper had happened. He was no longer the same person. Friends literally told him, "Your financial discipline is scary." His response was perfect. Good. Chapter 7. The Transformation. Because when your discipline makes others uncomfortable, you're finally operating at the right level. Your existence proves that everything they say is impossible. Saving consistently, investing through crashes, building wealth slowly is actually just uncomfortable. That's why they'll call you cheap. That's why they'll say you need balance. That's why they'll say you're missing out on life. They need you to spend so they can feel better about their own lack of discipline. But you're not doing it for them. You're doing it because you've discovered the secret. Financial discipline isn't about saving money every month. It's about becoming someone who can't do it any other way. When you implement the Gyoji system, public declaration, fixed numbers, single strategy, and pre-solved obstacles, you're not just creating habits. You're reshaping your financial identity. You stop being someone who tries to save money and become someone who simply builds wealth. After 1 year, Marcus had saved over $9,000 despite the job loss and car repair. His investment account had grown to $6,000. Not millions, but unbreakable momentum. More importantly, the discipline had become effortless. He didn't think about it. He didn't fight it. It just happened. Like breathing. His girlfriend, who once called him obsessive, asked him to teach her the system. His coworkers, who mocked him, asked for advice. His family, who worried about his extreme discipline, saw his bank account and went silent. And when that happens, when that transformation is complete, people will look at you and think, how does he do that? And the answer will be simple. He doesn't. He is. The question remains, are you ready for this level of transformation? Because it's not about financial discipline. It's about death and rebirth. The death of your broke, inconsistent self. The birth of your unbreakable, wealth-building self. The Gyoji system won't make you better with money. It'll make you a different person. Someone others will look at and think, that's not normal. And when you hear those words, you'll know you've finally gotten where you want to be. So here's your challenge. Right now, not tomorrow, not Monday. Now, write your public declaration. I am a person who saves X% of every paycheck and invests X dollars every month for 90 consecutive days. Sign it. Post it. Choose your fixed numbers. Make them uncomfortable but achievable. Then lock them in. No negotiation. Choose your single strategy. One savings account. One investment approach. No variety. No exceptions. Pre-solve your obstacles. Write down every excuse you've ever used and the predetermined response. Then execute for 90 days, without gaps, without exceptions, without negotiations. If this video changed your perspective on financial discipline, subscribe and turn on notifications. Tell me in the comments what your public declaration will be. What financial habit will you implement using the Gyoji system? Remember, the financial discipline that scares others is the only discipline worth having. This is Gyoji. This is the path to wealth. Ancient principles. Modern prosperity. See you in the next video.